Alright, so we're plugged into the GPS. 1 hour and 15 minutes to get to work this morning. I was trying to leave at 5:30. I wanted to be in the car leaving at 5:30, but by the time I did all my farting around, it is now 5:42. So this is really where I wanted to start filming and recording these videos, because during the first week of January, work from home, and it was like on the January 1st was the Thursday, so that day was off work, and then January 2nd was Friday. Saturday we were obviously able to do, there's a weekend. Sunday, same thing, another weekend day. But now we got to get back into the proper routine, which is 4 days a week in the office, sometimes 3 days a week in the office. The drive, if I leave around this time, like before 6 a.m., if you leave before 6 a.m., then that drive stays anywhere from like an hour and 5 minutes, an hour to an hour and 15 minutes. Just fix this here because this road sucks. I feel like I'm on a freaking jackhammer. So yeah, this is where it's gonna get interesting. And the whole concept behind making the videos now is that, can I stay consistent, stick to the plan of waking up early, making sure that I get to the gym before work, and then do that on a regular basis, right? Still trying to hit, those 4 to 6 sessions a week. Now, still in the strength building phase, so the plan for today is going to be a chest and tricep focused workout this morning, and then my legs are still pretty jacked up from yesterday's workout, which was the high rocks workout. So, and because I'm going to be short-ish on time, like I should get there at just before 7, which means that by the time that I get in there, I shouldn't get changed because I put my workout gear on underneath here. But I'll get changed, warm up a little bit, then do my whole workout. Might have a little bit of time to do, I'll just do some like cardio, like some incline treadmill. But then I'll do a proper cardio session tonight. I'm going to want to do I'm going to take the bike for a little spin, because like I said, slowly going to start to introduce the cardio. So I'll take the bike for a spin tonight, and then on the trainer, and then tomorrow I'll probably do a run after work. So we'll see how that goes. But this is the plan. So day one, you're still kind of excited of like getting back into the routine. Let's see how we feel on week 7, week 6. And then the training is obviously going to look a lot different. So hopefully sparking up that change of training will also help make things better. But a lot of it comes down to preparation, right? Like yesterday, the meal prep took, by the time everything was said and done, like after the grocery shop and everything, or let's count the grocery shop too, because I mean that takes up part of your day. It's like it's almost like a 5 to 6 hour endeavor. I know that sounds long, so because there's a little bit of like messing around throughout the day, but like you're going to Costco, it's a zoo in there, so that takes forever. Then you go to the grocery store to get the stuff that you're not going to get at Costco, so you do that messing around. That's like an hour and a half, depending on how long you take in Costco. And then by the time you get home, put everything away, get everything organized, you want to already have your meal plan figured out, so that you're not wasting time trying to figure, okay, like what do I do now when you're at the grocery store trying to figure out what meats do I want to get. Like you want to kind of have all that stuff laid out already. For me, what I like to do, and what I've been doing now for the last little while, is my lunch is typically white rice, or basmati rice, which is white rice. Is it? Yeah, it is. Ground turkey, and then I measured it yesterday because I'm trying to start figuring out, how many calories am I taking in throughout a whole day? What is my protein intake, what are my carb intake, what are my fat intake, so counting kind of the macros, just to kind of get a picture and really make sure I understand what I'm actually eating throughout a day. Because if you know what you're eating, then it's easier to make changes and it's easier to kind of understand the results. So I'll do this for the next kind of 2 weeks, same meals for the next 2 weeks to figure out, okay, am I gaining weight? Am I losing weight? How much am I eating? What do those calories look like? And then obviously for the ground turkey, I also, not obviously, you don't know, I haven't said anything yet. I like to fry up some pepper and some onions. Fry those up, saute those, add that to the mix. Skip the feta cheese because there's just a lot of protein, but the cooked amount of protein is like 190 grams of cooked meat, roughly. So it's a sizable portion, and I'm not used to eating that much. But given the amount of exercise that I've been doing, given what the goals are and how much exercise I will be doing, I need to start increasing the amount of food. And then the dinner is a Greek bowl, so that's rice with chicken breast. So it's a chicken breast and a fourth of another chicken breast, because I did 4 meals instead of 5, because usually Fridays we'll go out for dinner. And then some cucumbers, some olives, a little bit of tzatziki sauce, and a little bit of feta. But the volume of that meal is a little bit smaller, so the biggest meal will be lunch, which is kind of nice because I don't like having like a super heavy dinner. You're trying to go to bed at a reasonable time. So I pack both those meals and I bring them with me to work, and then I'll have my lunch at work, and then I'll have my dinner before I head back. That gives me another hour and a bit. Actually, it'll probably be like an hour and a half because of traffic before I get on the bike, so I'll have time to kind of digest my food a little bit before I get on the bike. And then for breakfast, right here, we got the smoothie ready. I'm back on the smoothie trains. It's really convenient. So like I said, my goal was to wake up at 5 and be in the car, like ready to go at 5:30. So I was a little bit delayed. I packed all my clothes the night before. I had my gym clothes laid out the night before. I was in bed by just before 10, which is nice. And then by the time I fell asleep, it was probably like 10:30-ish, 10:40-ish. And then waking up at 5. So I think my watch said like 6 hours and 40 minutes or something like that. But I was definitely up because I had to go pee at like 1, and then I don't think I actually did. So I was kind of like in limbo. And then I saw 4:30. And then I was like trying to like stay in bed, but then I was like, you're waking up, so you're not really sleeping that much. So that's kind of the plan. And then do the same thing Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then Friday work from home, so I can sleep in a little bit more before going to the gym before work on Friday morning, which will be super nice. And then the smoothie, what do we got in here? So this is water, a full banana, 40 grams of peanut butter, which was a little bit more than I wanted, but whatever. And then 85 grams of Greek yogurt, which works out to 9 grams of protein. Then a scoop and a half of protein powder, and it's 24, 12, 36 grams of protein, plus the 42 grams of protein. So a nice protein heavy breakfast. I also put some greens powder in. It's like AG1. I use BPN supplements, just because I really like the brand. I've followed Nick Bear for like a long time, see what all those people are doing. It's the style of training that I like to do as well. So I'm just like, yeah, my way to kind of support the brand, and they have good products. I've been using them for a while. So I use the 5 grams of creatine in here as well. And then, what else is in there? Oh, a little bit of honey, sweeten it up. Might as well put a little bit of honey in there. I think that's it. So recap, what is that? Water, 5 grams of creatine, greens powder, scoop and a half of protein powder, honey, 40 grams of protein, 40 grams of peanut butter, 85 grams of Greek yogurt, and a banana. And my protein powder is chocolate. It's like a chocolate peanut butter banana, which is delicious. So that'll be what I'm going to sip on now. I'm going to try to finish this within the next like 15 minutes, which will still give me about an hour to digest before I go to the gym. And because I'm doing a strength training in the morning, I don't feel so bad about having a fuller stomach. But if I was going this morning and I was gonna hit like a 10K run or something like that, I would not be slugging this back before a run, because that just sucks sloshing around in your stomach. I'd have like maybe like a little like granola bar or something, and then I would have this afterwards, because I can't run on like a full stomach like that. So yeah, so that's kind of the meal prep, and then in terms, let's go back to the time piece here, because like I said, preparation is key in this. So you do the grocery shop, so you got all that stuff, and then you gotta fry all the meat. That takes a while because you can't put all of that meat in one fry pan. I had to do 2 fry pans, and I still didn't have enough room to put all of the ground turkey that I made. Then you're cooking your rice, which is pretty easy to cook. I think we're gonna get a rice cooker just to make it easier, so I don't have to like do as many steps. And then cutting up all your vegetables. Then you gotta barbecue the chicken breast. But the patio was like just covered in freaking snow, so I'd spent like 20 minutes shoveling all that. Then you gotta warm up the barbecue, get it all done, put it all away, pack it all up, put it all in the fridge. So it takes a little while. It's not, it's a bit of a mission, but you save a lot of time during the week, which is really nice. And then you don't have to think about it. You know what you're eating. It's easier to track. So yeah, I'm a big fan of the meal prep, and hopefully that will be one of the ways to make sure you help stay on track. So yeah, that's the what do you call it? That's the prep for this week. And then in terms of the workout today, pretty fired up. I'm gonna go to the gym at the office. I was thinking maybe doing a little Good Life rip this morning, but I wouldn't get there until like 6:40, 6:45. Maybe even 6:50, but then it's like a 20-minute drive afterwards, so you're cutting out an additional 20 minutes of the time you have to work out. So I was like, you know what, screw it. I'm just gonna go to the gym at the office. So focus for today is gonna be, how do we feel? Actually, yeah, the chest feels pretty good. So I'm gonna really try to bring it on the bench press today. I've been doing 205 5x5, maybe 215 today, maybe 205. I'll see how it goes, but definitely the main working set's going to be 5x5 for the chest. And then I'll try to do an incline dumbbell press as well. I don't know if I can do dips at the gym here, but if they do, I'll definitely try to hit some dips, and then I'll do a cable cross, and then I'll do a chest fly, and then I'll hit either an overhead. I'll probably do an overhead tricep extension with the rope, and then a tricep pull down. That'll be the workout. And then depending on how much time's left, I'll squeeze in a bit of an incline cardio type of deal. An incline cardio. Then take a shower, head up to the office, head up to the desk, and then get the work day going. We're gonna crush today. It's a new day. There's probably gonna be lots of announcements at work, which is super exciting. And then once that's done, hit the lunch bowl at lunch, hit the dinner bowl around 5:15. Slam that back, drive home. Hopefully the traffic will have died down a bit, but it's still probably gonna be like an hour and a half. So 5:30, get home at like 7-ish. And then try to immediately get on the bike 7:30 to 8:30, 7:30 to 8:15, right? Just kind of warm it up. It's kind of cold, so I'll have to like layer up and then slowly start taking things off as I get warmed up. And then, that'll be the day. And then rinse and repeat tomorrow. So, yeah, I'll see you in the gym. just kind of like sleep in the car. It's nice and cozy. But now it's time for a nice pump at the work gym. So I've got the bar set up. Just gonna kind of do some warm-ups. Did a little bit of shoulder leg warm-ups to get the shoulders good to go. And then did no bar, just make sure this is at the right height. Then add some 25s, 45s, and then the working set will start after that. So like 3 warm-up sets just to get everything going, make sure I got the right form. And then some kind of weight we can push. Maybe you should put the same weight on both sides. Cheer. All right, move the weight down to 45 and 20 on each side because I barely got 4 with the 25. That was on the second set of 5. So let's see what we can do with this. release. That machine's kind of nice. They got little freaking stubs so you don't smash your fingers together. That's fire. Yeah, clearly I haven't used this one before.